Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be reviewing the QSC K12.2. I'm going to go over some of the features that it has and pretty much just tell you what I think about the speaker. Alright, stay connected. So going over some of the features of this speaker, it's obviously the K12.2, which is slightly different from the K12. This one is just an upgraded version. It has 2,000 watts. It comes with a 6-year warranty, factory warranty if you get it brand new, and it weighs about 39 pounds. So on the back of the speaker, so some of the features here on the back, it's got 2 inputs, and each of the inputs has their own gain, and it's got 2 outputs as well. And then this last one here is if you have 2 inputs connected here and you want to get it to a separate speaker, then you have to use this output right here, this last one. So, and over here on the right we do have a gain, but this gain is actually for this little stereo connection here. So, and obviously here we have the power button, the power connection, and over here we do have the power button as well. And over here on the right, we do have a wheel, and the wheel is actually is used for selection. And we do have an LED screen right here, which is obviously one of the differences between the QSC 12.2 and the K12. So the K12 does not have no LED screen, so it's a little bit limited when it comes to options. So in a couple of minutes, we're going to go over some of the functions of this speaker. So it does definitely it does have the limiter here, and that is if your speaker is clipping, then if you're pushing so much power to the speaker, then you're going to get an indication here. Both here on the back is going to blink red, and in the front here we do have a little LED light here as well. If it's clipping, then this is going to be blinking red, just to tell you that it's a safety feature actually, which I think is pretty neat for the speaker. So we're going to go ahead and power it on and then see some of the functionalities when it's powered on. So the power cable is actually plugged in right now, and we're going to go ahead and turn it on. And when you turn it on, sometimes it just takes a couple of minutes before it actually comes on. So this is actually how the LED screen looks like. So a couple of features of the speaker. So just like I said, this wheel here is to go up and down. And if you get to an option and you want to select that option, then you're going to click on this button right here, this back arrow. Actually, it's an arrow just to select. So for example, let's go to some of the preset. So for the preset, we do have live, live bright, dance, stage monitor 1, stage monitor 2, bass amplifier. So we do have actually a couple, maybe about 10 to 12 different options here, and you can pretty much select each of them. Let's say if you get to dance, for example, and then you like that option, then you're going to click on that the arrow pointing to the left. That is going to be an indication that you've actually selected that option. And on the very next line, this is if you have a subwoofer, then you can select that one, and it's going to actually tell you there's an option for no sub. So if you do not have any sub, then you can just select the option of no sub. But if you do have a sub, a QSC sub, maybe the KS, you have an option for a KS here. You have a KW, and so pretty much this subwoofer selections is just for you to have the best sound. So that is actually an option that you could select here. But if you do not have a QSC sub, you can still use this one and then just pretty much select any option that is going to actually be best for you as you go through this. So once you're done with the selection here, and then to go back to the previous page, then you're going to hit the back arrow. It's actually the one on top. If you click on the one on top, then it's going to take you back to the previous page. And we do have a delay here. Normally I do not mess with the delay because the sound probably, I've never actually messed with it, so I usually just leave it the way it is. And we do have an EQ here, equalizer. So we can go select that, and you can actually make some changes here if you want to. But I have never actually made any change to this because out of the box it sounds great. So I just usually just go, if I have a subwoofer, then I select the subwoofer. If I do not have a subwoofer, then I go with no sub. Then the last option that we have here is settings. And if you go to settings, then there's a couple of things here: save scenes, recall scenes, LED, contrast. You can pretty much, like, you know, set it, customize it to your own choice pretty much. And basically these are the features that we have on this QSC K12.2. So just like I said earlier, these are the inputs, these are the outputs for each of these inputs. Then over here is if you have two inputs connected, then you can get an output from this last one here. Each of the channels have their own gain, and if the gain actually, if a channel, one of the channels actually is too powered with you know, with the volume, then you're gonna have an indication here. You have a signal here that's gonna tell you that there's so much power going on. So overall, it's a great speaker. So the QSC K12.2 comes with its own amplifier, so you do not need a separate amplifier to use. So that's actually very important right here. So the K12.2 does have a handle here to carry, so you can use this handle, and it does have a handle on the top as well. So this handle here, and also in terms of mounting it, you can actually use this little hole here to mount it on top of maybe a roof or somewhere. Then on the bottom, it's got two holes on the bottom, so you can either have the pole in here or here. It's just going to change the orientation of the speaker. So that is pretty much it in terms of the features of the speaker. So overall, what do I think about the speaker? I've actually had the speaker for about I think 3 years now. I do DJing a lot, and I've actually never ran into any issues with this speaker. So now, before this speaker, I've actually had about 3 separate speakers, but I actually settled with this one. As you can see in the back here, I do have a couple of QSC speakers, and they're actually amazing. So these speakers could be used both for DJing, it could be used at home if you're looking for a good sound, good speaker that's gonna last for a very long time, then you could, you know, use this. So just like I said earlier, as of today, these speakers actually cost $800. So if you get a chance, you get it cheaper somewhere, then I would definitely encourage you to get one of these. So I'll leave you with that, and if you enjoyed the content of this video, please do not forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this, reviewing tech equipment. All right, I'll see you in the next video.